Hey there, this is my first rant video ever, so, quick warning, I'm gonna be screaming, shouting a lot, probably. Yeah, that's about it. Now, let's get to this disgusting yellow piece of shit! Fleetway Supersonic was released to public servers on February 1st, 2026. Upon his release, there were already huge problems. He was extremely overpowered in multiple ways. One of them was that his flight gave him tremendous speed, which should actually keep up with Sonic's peel out. Me personally, I thought that was absolutely absurd. On the 7th of February, Fleetway got a lot of nerfs, like a lot. The update patch was actually called Fleetway Gets Put Through a Wood Chipper, funnily enough. Unfortunately though, these nerfs did slow down Fleetway for a little bit. However, it didn't take long for him to start skyrocketing back into power once people figured out how to use him properly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there hasn't been any touches to Fleetway since his nerfs back in February. Why don't we talk about how he stands up nowadays? Unfortunately, for the mass majority of survivors in the game, Fleetway to me is still considered overpowered. First thing is that every single one of his moves give iframes for some reason. It's already hard enough to hit him because of his flight, but this is just a bigger kick in the knee. It's especially rough for poor Tails. If he's getting chased, there's absolutely nothing he can do. Even with the burst move he's gotten, due to its charge, if a Fleetway has more than a brain cell, he'll just pop any one of his moves to completely negate anything Tails tries to do. However, you could argue Tails could just glide away. But the thing is, Fleetway and Silver both just have a better version of his glide. Fleetway's lasting an absurd amount of time and also making his hitbox way bigger and almost impossible to dodge. Do you see where this is going? I know this video is about Fleetway, but let's shift our focus onto Shadow for a moment. On the 13th of March, Shadow the Hedgehog got removed from public servers. We all knew how broken he was for a survivor. Now this might sound crazy, but Shadow was one of the only counters to Fleetway, and if they straight up removed Shadow out of the game because he was overpowered, why can't the same be done for Fleetway? All they had to do was increase Shadow's cooldowns on his abilities and nerf his health. It really wasn't that hard, but no, as per usual, the devs are too lazy and took the easy way out. Now, I'm not defending Shadow because I agree myself he was overpowered. But Fleetway is too, and I don't know why the devs didn't take that into consideration when taking Shadow out. Now, this is just me, but I would genuinely love for Fleetway to be removed out of the game until the final batch like Shadow. That way both of them can get the balance changes they both desperately needed. Now, for my closing statements of this short video, in summary, I think Fleetway is still overpowered as hell despite his nerfs. Last man standings with him are just hide and seek, and when he spots you, it's raps no matter who you are. I think he should be removed until the final batch like Shadow, and that he gets more nerfs to be more fair and fun to play against. I thought this would have been longer, but I've spent like 2 hours making this, so that's all I have to say for now. Hopefully I wasn't too harsh, but that's just how I think Fleetway is. I think he's not fun to play against. I'm off script now. I just don't like playing against him. And like, considering I main Tails, every single time someone plays as Fleetway, I get so mad. Well, that's all for me for now. See you later. Thanks for watching.